Hello, hello, and welcome back. Today, we're going through a build that I think is actually quite cool and something that I've not really seen other simmers do before. And that is, I took a house that I saw from Luma Island and I recreated it in The Sims, and it has its own little archaeology dig site. Now, if you're not familiar with Luma Island, don't worry, you don't have to be in order to, enjoy the build. But as a quick overview, essentially, Luma Island's like this cross between Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing. It's a simulation game. There are several professions that you can go through and learn, and you're trying to uncover mysteries of the island and these magical little creatures that are called Luma. So I've been streaming it roughly once a week over on Twitch. We've been going through a lot of the professions and we've completed a lot of them. And with every profession, you have to speak with someone and check in with them to give them these items that you craft. And when we started the archaeology profession, we had to meet Arianne. Now, whenever I went and saw her house on the first stream that I was working on the archaeology profession, I said this: we have got to build this house in The Sims. Like, that's really cute. Just, it could be a micro home. So there are two main components to archaeology in Luma Island, in that you have to go on temple runs to get some of the broken and fragmented pieces of jewelry that you're going to craft. And that's where you can find eggs to hatch and get new Luma. And then on top of that, you have to go into the mines where you have to fight off spiders in order to go and mine your gemstones for the jewelry. So I'm just telling you this so you can have a little bit more backstory for some of the inspiration with the build whenever you see it. And instead of just showing y'all pictures of the build, I wanted to show you actually in the game what the house looks like and what I was trying to imitate. Now, the nice thing about Arianne's house is that it's up here on the cliff side, which is really, really pretty area. Taking note of all of the lush greenery we have up here with all of the little flowers and colors, the plants. We have the stand here. This is Arianne, by the way. So if you wanted to talk to her, you can see her vibe here. Super fun energy. Like, I definitely get Crystal Creations vibes from her. But this is her little house. I think it's really, really cute. And then it actually gets this really like pinkish glow to it at nighttime. And I'll show you all that too. I have like a rock here that I want you to pay attention to, some flowers around the house, but it's just like a really simple kind of just square house. And then the little stand here has mushrooms on it, a little cash register. So I like the idea that she like sells these mushrooms and flowers. And she has a little dream catcher back here on the side. Just like sit down here and get a nice ocean view. And now that it's nighttime, you can see what I was talking about with the pink lights. And then there are like little fireflies flying around. So it's just some really cute vibes to this house. So I built it on this lot in Hempford on Bagley, and I made the lot traits homey, peace and quiet, and then unhallowed grounds. And that's just because of the like treasure aspect of this. So this is the lot at a glance a little. So I did an archaeology dig site over on this side of the lot because it's such a big lot and I wanted it to be a tiny home. So it's kind of like, okay, what am I going to do with the space? But it fits the vibes. And then this is actually a debug item. And since, again, we have to go into the caves to mine the gemstones, it's a reference to that. So I thought that was really cute to have right off of the lot. But we have a little path that goes all the way around the entirety of the lot. We have a little pond over here. This is a reference to the ocean side. Obviously, we don't have ocean over here, but I liked a lot of the greenery, the dense greenery we get in this world, so I wanted it to be here. And then I put a little foraging table. Now, I thought about putting the Crystal Creations table, but it is so big and clunky, I could not fit it inside the house. And then outside, it just looked a little weird. So I put some of the tools so you could like make the jewelry and do a little bit of that, and put some gemstones over here with some of the other like foraging items. So that's kind of the vibe outside on this side of the lot. And over here you can see the dig site a little bit better. So we have the archaeology bench right here, which makes a lot of sense. But then I just had a lot of fun like digging in and setting all of this up. I used a lot of debug for this part, but I think it came together really well. Like, we were finding a lot of things, relics. I have bones, skulls, skeletons. And you can come like under this little fake bridge here and come down even deeper to where we found some remains. So I just had a blast putting this in. I put the little cow plant skeleton into the like side right here. And then I have never used these before, but I thought it was such a cute vibe to have those here. I'll show you all what it looks like at nighttime in just a second. But I have the little shop over here under the awning. And so we have all of our mushrooms and flowers. There's like a little pail with flowers in it next to the register on the actual lot in the game. And so I wanted to have an ode to that with the cash register right beside it. We have a little table like where we sell some of the other things that we find. So I like the idea of it being a little home business. And then the back patio space, just an area to sit down, relax. I have lots of candles and just some fun little decor items sitting around. And this is functional. So like if we go to live mode, you can walk all the way down here. So I did make sure that you were actually able to go down and explore in this site, which is a little bit tricky, but not too hard actually. So you can access everywhere. So it's kind of a cool little area for you to do things with. And then just before we go inside, I did put a little dream catcher outside, and that was obviously a nod, and that's why I showed that to y'all on the back side of the house, that they had a dream catcher there. So I put those on the sides of the porch over here just for a little added flair. I tried to be super intentional with the details that we have because I wanted it to match as much as possible. We even had the rock. I mentioned the big stone that's next to the house, so I put one of these in right here too. One thing you might be noticing right off the bat is that I did use a couple of CC items. Now, this is only the second build that I have like uploaded with CC. I don't do it very often, but I was really trying to get purple siding. So this siding is in the game and it's not a new wallpaper. It was just the purple swatch itself is CC. And then also this awning is another CC item. We needed some purple for this and I wanted it to be matchy. So I will link those down below if you want to download them. I did not create them. You by no means need the CC in order to download the slot. And then I just love the sunset vibes. I think this is so pretty. So pretty. I would love to have a house like this in real life with this type of lighting. It's so nice. So nice. And then at nighttime, you can see the pink lighting that I did. So I tried to emulate what we have in the game for that too. I even tried upstairs to do that by putting a lot of these lights and like having them be the pink color so we could get it possibly through the windows. It didn't work very well and it actually lit the chimney up, which was not my intention. It looks kind of cool though, but I tried my best to work around that. I even put this here and we'll have the fireflies going on at nighttime as well. And on that note, I will say that because I did this, that's why these trees here are like fully blacked out, but it's because of these lights here. If you remove those, it'll get rid of that issue with these being like pitch black. Lighting in this game's super weird, y'all know. Okay, so let's go check out the inside. Once we come in our front door, we have our kitchen right off to the right side. I wanted it to be very cluttered. I'm just imagining like we like to collect the things that we are digging up from our, exploration and archaeology digs. So I wanted stuff all over the place and relics. And so I wanted it to be like a fun space. I have like the crystal charging pad here too, just keeping in mind that a lot of the archaeology skill in the game is jewelry crafting in a sense, and which is funny because jewelry crafting in Luma Island is a separate profession, and you actually do have to have an archaeology workbench in the game to do it. So that's why I definitely wanted to have this here for the profession. But this is our cute little kitchen. Purple is the name of the game. Arianne is in all purple. Her house is purple. And so I was just like, purple's her favorite color. So I wanted everything to be purple that could be purple. And then having a lot of like the foraging, the mushrooms, the herbs was definitely the vibe for this kitchen space. Now, when you go to the left, it's not much of a like living room necessarily, but this is the living space at a glance. So just a couple of chairs, lots of books, candles, some fun clutter, like more statues, bone related things. I put this down here underneath the fireplace too, which I thought was kind of funny, but with the skull and bones, we have some teapots, just more books, letters. We like to write and read, obviously. And so I just thought this was a cute little vibe. And I put like the scratches and stuff on the walls in some spaces just to make it look a little bit older and more rough around the edges, kind of rustic vibes. And then off of that, you have your bedroom space, which is just open. Lots of fun vibes with the purple. I put one of my favorite wallpapers from Lovestruck here with the flowers, put the creepy doll as well, and just some more like kind of fun clutter objects and books to put around here. Put some pipes to give it an older look. And then like the spider web helps with some fun vibes with that as well. So I thought this was a really fun thing to do, and putting a glowing skull in this little object. And then we have our bathroom over through this door here. It's a small bathroom, but it's actually kind of cool. Now we have our shower, one tile shower here, toilet, kind of an interesting combo of objects. And then we have our sink. So this is a really fun item, I think, to do. Now, it's not functional, unfortunately. I tried to make this functional, and it was just a little too tricky. So you will have to delete this, like remove it if you want to use the sink. But I just thought it was really cute and fun vibe to have like an old barrel be a sink in the bathroom just to give it a more rustic look, because I was using some of the like nicer looking tile and stuff. So I wanted it to have more of a rustic vibe and tone to it by doing it that way. And then this is like just a quick little top down view of the area. So again, this is a tiny home, but really, really fun energy. Oh, we got a little bunny here. The fireflies are starting to come out. I wanted y'all to see what it looks like at nighttime. You can see all the fireflies kind of coming out around the trees, the greenery. Just some really nice vibes. I put some planter boxes over here too. I thought that was a nice way to fill that space in. This has been a long time coming. I started this back in March, so I got a little busy with all the subscriptions and such on YouTube. So we hit a lot of subscriber milestones around the end of February. So things picked up a lot there, and that's why it's taken me so long to finally do this video. So I'm putting this on the gallery as Archaeologist Tiny Home, so it should be there. Just remember, you have to include custom content in order to find it on the gallery. And with that, I hope you made it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you play in it, I'd love to see pictures if you want to join the Discord and drop them in there. I think our whole community would love to see that. And like I said, I do play Luma Island almost weekly, so if you want to hang out over on Twitch, I'll have that link down below as well. And then I'd love to get your ideas if you have some things that you would like for me to recreate in the game. I have a running list, so I can't promise I'll get to it immediately, but I do like getting input from y'all. So if you have some fun, creative ideas you'd like to see, by all means, drop them down below. I love recreating things in The Sims, and I did one a few months ago where I recreated this famous pink Victorian mansion that's in New York. You can check that out over here if you want to watch it. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye. Y'all, I can't believe how long ago I started this house. It's kind of crazy how much we've done in the past like 5 months of building.